unfortunately, that means nothing. It really, you may as well come. The only thing about coming top is you supposedly get an easier draw, but we've found out last season that that's not always the case. Liverpool ended up winning the top in the group and getting ultimately the winners. So, yeah, you've won every game, but when you got to play the last stage,
when it gets to the crunch, Dan, he's
start talking.
Well,
squeaky bum with Arsenal. That's all Jammer's saying. I'm not saying I necessarily agree with him, but
I get it. But this year's different, and you boys know it. You know it. Like, it's different.
I don't know nothing, mate. All I know is you've not won it.
No,
I know that.
You haven't seen a side like us for years. Like, we're up for it.
What do you mean, ain't seen a side like you? What are you on about?
I can say Man City's won.
Listen, we're 7 points clear at the top, and we're 7 games out of 7 in the Champions League.
Yeah.
We're a different kettle this year.
Liverpool last season. We are, mate. It was basically Liverpool last season.
Did Liverpool win 7 out of 7 last year?
Yeah,
they did. Yeah, in the Champions League. Yeah,
last game because they've already through.
Yeah, maybe they did. But anyway.
Dan, listen, I don't necessarily agree with Jammer. I think look over 2 legs. I think Arsenal fantastic. There ain't going to be many teams that go to Arsenal and get a result.
Yeah,
but when it gets to the latter stages now, there's a good chance that you are going to meet one of these English sides because top 8, 5 of them are English.
Absolutely, and I feel like people underestimated last night. We have got the home draw in the second leg for the next 3 games. And that's why Arteta done what he done last night. He went strong, and we are top of the Champions League because of that. And I feel like that's underestimated, and everyone doubted.
So you're already in the semi-final in your mind? You're already in the
semis? We're guaranteed semi-final.
Guaranteed?
I've booked my flight to Budapest.
Booked a flight. Booked it. They're there. So no chance anyone else is. That's it. You're done. You're through. No one can catch Arsenal.
Yeah. I'll see you in Budapest, Jamie.
Arsenal fans, aren't they great? Aren't they great? All right, Dan, listen, thanks for your call. Let's go to Sean, who's a Palace fan. All right, Sean?
All right, Shawnee.
Hello, lads. How you doing? You all right?
All right,
yeah, Shawnee, look, what you got for us? Because we're doing a little transfer market. Everyone digs me out, but this is the sports bar transfer market. Let's see who comes out on top.
So I'm the first one online. So this is purely like on-pitch performance we're talking about. Not what you boys do on the air. This is purely just
on pitch. What they did.
Right, give us a valuation.
What they did on the pitch.
Why did you mention Goldstein earlier then?
Well, because Goldstein likes to think he's a good player and he's absolutely garbage at everything. So we put him in there. We put him in there because he thinks he can get in Soccer Aid, right? So he thinks that counts.
He'd be on the transfer list, let alone getting valued. Put it that way. That's my opinion with him.
He's going to be near the bottom.
Oh, yeah. But rock bottom.
Rock bottom.
Well, who else would be below him?
Cundy?
Let me ask you this then, Shawnee. Let me ask you this, right? If you had to have one player from that's now working for talkSPORT in the Palace team today, at their peak, transfer window's still open, he's gone. Matessa looks like he's going to go. Who are you signing and for how much?
That's a good question.
How much? How much you spend?
He was on. Listen, I'm a Celtic fan. He was on fire. McCoy.
Yeah, I know, but does it count up in Scotland? Like he scored 200 something goals up in Scotland. Does it count? No, but genuinely, does it count? Because you have to take that into the equation here, right? He's playing dog and duck football.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're looking at Parler. I mean, or Pearce.
You don't need a left back. I mean, who do you need? You need a centre half, right? I mean, I played centre half. By the way, I played 4 games for Palace. No, hold on. Mark, I could play on the left-hand side. I've done it.
You couldn't play on the left-hand side, mate.
I could.
Couldn't.
I could, mate.
Why are you lying?
Mate, I played a lot of games there. Shawnee, how much are you paying for me?
You?
Yeah, I did. Don't forget, I did play 4 games for Palace. Didn't lose a game.
Yeah, you did. No, I do remember, actually.
Yeah,
today's market, how much is Jason Cundy worth?
I'm looking at about 30 or 40 mil, really.
30. No, that's good.
30 and 40 mil.
It's good value. It's good value.
Played about 12 games.
It's good value. It's good value. By the way, that's top value. That.
No, mate, no.
Top value.
I'm not writing down 20 mil for Cundy.
Right. By the way, right. They just sell Mark Gahey. Just spend the money straight back on me, Jay.
On you.
Back in there. It's like for like.
No, mate, I can't write down Cundy for 20 mil.
No, you said 30 or 40.
No, mate, you're a free transfer.
Jay.
Give you a free.
Jay.
We'll give you pay as you play. We'll give you pay as you play.
I never played.
Exactly. So we don't have to pay.
Pay when I train.
Can we put a number on Cundy and get it started?
Come on, Shawnee.
Oh, I reckon 25.
25.
25.
No.
Good value, Jay.
No, I'm not putting you down for 25.
No, you can't. You can't bully the caller.
Mate, I'm not putting you down for 25.
No, you can't bully the caller.
No, I'm not putting you down for 25 million.
Oh, hold on. Who's deciding this? The caller or you?
No, I'm not putting you down for 25 million.
Well,
This is going to go up on YouTube.
I don't care where it goes. It's Shawnee's value, but 25 million. Cheap.
I'll give you 2 mil.
You can't give me 2.
I'll give you 2 mil.
The caller said it's 25, mate. Stick down 25 snots. 25 mil. Yeah. Okay. And there's a sell-on clause as well.
I want to say something. Tottenham just need to just stick with Thomas Frank for goodness sake.
Well, I'm going to listen to you, Josh.
No,
Arsenal fan.
No, listen to Josh.
Every single year, you're always talking about who are we going to get in? Who are we going to get in? You've had every single manager under the sun.
Yeah. Europa League winners. Doing that.
Yeah, you've had every single manager under the sun.
I know, but one of Europa League, though, Josh.
What you lot need to do, you just need to start again. That's what Arsenal did.
You start again every season.
Again.
Spurs are
No,
back.
but do it. Just do it properly, for goodness sake. You know?
Yeah, but it's all right you
big
saying that. You
clear
stuck
out.
with Arteta because you were garbage for a few seasons, but there was a plan in place. There was a strategy with him as the manager.
We wanted him straight after Wenger, but he wasn't ready.
Exactly.
Arsenal
So,
don't mess about
I don't
with
know if
managers.
Tottenham are convinced that is Thomas Frank. I agree with you. I'd love to back a manager for 4 or 5 seasons like you did with Arteta and have a clear plan.
Just stick with him, man.
I don't know if Thomas Frank's that guy.
Josh, I don't know if you're taking the you know what. I think you are, mate. I don't think you couldn't care less, mate.
Listen, listen, he will be gone in 3 weeks because your fixtures are unreal. Yeah? You will beat City and you will hand the title to us once you beat City.
I think it's over anyway.
That's what I can say. But anyway, boys.
All right, Josh.
Cheers, Joshua.
Thanks for your call.
I've got a little bit of a surprise for you.
Okay, go on.
Okay?
Yeah. Go on,
Right, close your eyes. No, Jay, close your eyes. No.
No, I don't. I don't.
Trust me.
I don't trust you.
Jay, trust
I
me.
wouldn't trust you.
Close your eyes for this to work. Visually, you've got to trust me. Close your eyes.
All right, I'm closing.
Right, you ready?
I'm closing your eyes.
Close your eyes, Jay.
I don't know what's going on here.
I know you don't. I know you don't, right?
Then
Close
can
your
I
eyes. Don't open them yet. Don't open them yet. Open them.
That's amazing. He's made it. That's
Told you,
good.
Look at that.
So if you're watching, you're not
Look
watching
at
on
that,
YouTube.
Jay. You've got to be on
Sports bar scarf with O'Hara and Cundy on it. Good boy. Is this your mate at Chelsea?
I designed that, by the way.
What do you mean you designed it?
Mate, I did. What do you mean? What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Look at that.
It's upside down.
No, it's one way.
It's like that, you know.
It's all right, isn't it?
Yeah, you've done well.
You've got me round your neck.
That looks all right.
Good, isn't it?
Yeah, you've done a good job.
Sports bar scarf, mate.
Oh,
That's
I have to say though, why? I mean,
what are you moaning at?
I mean, you look 10 years younger than you really are. I mean that you look 20 and you're not, and I look. Yeah, no, I'm happy. What, you're both wearing them?
Mate, look, sports bar scarves. There you go.
Okay, why have you decided to wait until now to do it? Why don't you just tell me half hour ago or an hour ago?
Because I want to do it on air, mate.
Why?
Because visually, you know what they're like on socials.
Yeah.
They'll be all like, this being posted everywhere right now.
You reckon? Don't know, mate.
Well, look,
sure.
there you go. Look.
So we don't have to have the Chelsea on here anymore?
No, it's gone.
The Chelsea's gone. We've got the sports bar. Okay. Well done. Do you want a medal?
No, I just want a little thank you. So
how much do I owe you? How much that cost?
Mate, look, I paid for them, don't worry.
You've paid for them?
I paid.
You put your hand in your pocket?
Mate, don't be surprised. Just bought a load of chocolate.
What? Hold on. You put... Oh, look, here we go. Shambles. Cobwebs come out of them pockets, didn't you? Hold on.
Mate,
got pockets.
Get out of there.
Them pockets have got zips on them.
Get out of there.
Well done, Mr. Cundy.
It's good, isn't it? They look great.
Yeah, all right, mate. All right.
Well, you know what's going to happen now? Every other show will be going, God, where ain't got we gone?
I know, but no other show compete with us.
No, it's true.
Literally,
mate. You're having a pop at me. What's happened to you there?
What do you mean?
Who are you playing for there?
I think that's when I was in Big Brother. Everyone uses this picture. I don't know why. It's me coming out.
Mate,
Big
don't
Brother.
complain.
No, I look all right. I'll take it. Looking chiseled.
And then the reality sits above it.
To succeed, people often say you need to think outside the box. In sports, every now and then someone does just that and comes up with a crazy idea for an exhibition event that nobody else could have dreamt up. Here are some of the most iconic we've ever seen. I mean, what an image. This was the setting for the Battle of the Surfaces in 2007 between Roger Federer and Rafa Nadal. The courts in Nadal's home of Mallorca reportedly took 19 days to build and cost £1.2 million. The players had to change their shoes every time they changed ends, and despite some dodgy bits of grass, they slugged out an epic three-setter, won by Nadal. But that's not even the most famous exhibition in tennis, because in 1973, we got the Battle of the Sexes, watched by 50 million people in the US alone. Billie Jean King's victory over Bobby Riggs was not only a landmark event for entertainment value, but also for its impact on the fight for gender equality in sports. I mean, the Battle of the Surfaces never got turned into a movie. Now, imagine a motor race that involved American Indy cars and European F1 cars. Well, that happened twice, back in 1957 and 58. The race of the two worlds took place at Monza and was nicknamed Monzanapolis. Despite legends like Sterling Moss, Phil Hill and Mike Hawthorne racing the F1 cars, the Americans won both years. Fans and the teams loved it, but it didn't make enough money, so got canned. For its cast list alone, though, the greatest exhibition might have to go to the Princess Diana Memorial match at Lord's. Mike Atherton captained a Marylebone Cricket Club side, with Sachin Tendulkar leading a rest of the world 11. Names like Wasim Akram, Zurav Ganguly, Andy Flower, Anil Kumble and Glenn McGrath turned out. The one-dayer, won by the rest of the world by 6 wickets, raised more than £1 million for the Princess of Wales Memorial Fund. Incredible all round.
All right, fans, here we go with the main event of the evening.
Oh, dear. Good evening and welcome to the Sports Bar and talkSPORT. Jamie O'Hara, him over there, Jason Cundy.
You going down? You going down?
Stop it, please.
It's just who we are, mate.
Stop.
You going down?
Can't do it again. Stop.
You going down?
Shut up. West Ham are through to the FA Cup quarter-finals after beating Brentford on penalties. We have to talk about Igor Thiago, who's now got 21 goals this season. Top Premier League clubs seriously should be looking at this guy. Unbelievable. What about the quarter-final draw? Arsenal getting away with it again. Southampton. The best draw ever, haven't they? Unbelievable stuff. I've had a great weekend because Spurs didn't play. It's unbelievable. I've been chilled out, I've been relaxed. Don't have to think about us getting beat. I come in and he's got an Ange mask on. Brilliant. Igor Tudor has been speaking about the experiment in the European games now. Spurs fans, should we be resting players? I know we ain't got many to choose from, but is it all about Premier League football? Get involved in the show. We can't do it without you. Loads to go. We're going to look at the viral talkSPORT Sports Bar show as well. We'll look back at some of the best moments because it has gone everywhere. 03 717 22 33 44. Whoa! Hello, mate.
Hello, matey.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right.
How's your weekend been? Has it been full of social media?
Oh, mate, don't. It was that I had to walk away from my phone in the end. I just couldn't take.
Shut up!
I couldn't take any more.
You couldn't escape it, could you?
I couldn't get away from it.
No.
I had a lovely weekend though.
Yeah.
Because obviously it was no Saturday show because we had the FA Cup game, and I just was able to relax.
Yep.
Switch off from football. I didn't watch any football, I'll be honest. I just switched off.
Right.
I just watched the highlights this morning and then obviously the game tonight. But yeah, it was a brutal one, mate. I'm not gonna lie. It was a tough gig.
Last Thursday was it flew. It absolutely grew wings and then grew legs and arms and another couple of heads and more wings, and it just kept.
I know, but you're
things.
horrible though, because I come in and I said to you, look, let's drop it, right? Let's drop it. Let's move on. FA Cup weekend, and you sit there and you've got the Ange mask on again. Do me a favour.
I know, but it's so good.
Come on, mate. You can't just sit and do a show when Spurs haven't even played and you've got the mask on.
Well, I think this is just a continuation from Thursday night show.
No, it's not.
No,
it's absolutely not.
There's been a little gap.
It's absolutely not.
No, it's a continuation.
Jace, shut up! Do you know how many people sent me that over the weekend?
I know.
And they were like, you were actually genuinely. I was like, yeah, I was. Imagine working with this guy sat next to you when Spurs get beaten. He's got an Ange mask on, a clown hat, and he's just sitting there just saying, are you going down for 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I pushed the envelope. I'm not going to lie.
Pushed it?
I did.
No.
Yeah. I went.
You know what the funniest thing is, right? People obviously don't see us in the break.
Yeah.
And I said to Cundy.
Yeah. Oh no! Don't say what you said.
Well,
no, there's not the break where you walked out. Don't tell them that.
There was a few things I said.
No, because you'll get dumped.
Yeah, there was a few things I said to you.
Yeah.
I said, look, mate, let's move on from this now because you've had your laugh. You know, you can't sit here for another 15 minutes. You know, saying, "Are we going down?" And you're like, yeah. All right, I'm moving. The first thing you said to me out the break was, "Are you going down?"
I know.
And I was like, how can I work with this guy? How can I work with this guy?
Go hard or go home, mate.
Yeah, it's horrible, mate.
That was how I saw it.
And it was brutal.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, for you, it was not fun for me.
No, it wasn't.
It was not fun. It was not fun.
Well, look,
get away from it.
You've had time. The dust has settled, right?
The dust has settled. Spurs are on tomorrow.
Spurs are okay until tomorrow night. the old Ange mask is coming out. By the way, it smells a bit now. This Ange mask.
Yeah. Of
now,
what? The smell of Spurs.
Stinks. To dare is to poo, mate. That's what it smells of.
Honestly, we are going to look at the moments because it was a viral show. It has gone everywhere. I think you had something like
I can't carry on with this, mate.
10 million.
I'll stay on to the first break.
10 million views or something it had.
Well over 10 million. That was just on Twitter.
Yeah, it was just outrageous. So we'll look back at them funny moments because it was great for everyone who was listening and watching, and it wasn't great for me, let me tell you. But let's talk about tonight. FA Cup.
Yep.
West Ham have gone through. That's good. Good for me. Another game.
Another game. Play. Yes, indeed. Look, Brentford played their part. I'm not quite sure what Areola was doing for the first goal, by the way. And terrible goalkeeping. The referee, is it Somerville, who got dragged down in the box? Brentford should have had a pen. And Madley had a bit of a stinker.
Well,
he missed one pen.
He missed two penalties.
He missed
Troy in the first half.
It's the first one there, goes to VAR, then they send him to the screen. The second one, was it Somerville? Just said Jimmy Somerville, he was in the Commodores. Somerville. Yeah. Is it him that gets his foot stamped on?
No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure it is, but I can't remember. But
anyway,
Brentford should have had a penalty.
Brentford should have had a pen.
They eventually give them a penalty.
Eventually do get a pen.
But the one that they don't give is unbelievable.
Yes, it is.
I don't know how they don't give that. It's a penalty. It's a stone wall.
Look, Madley missed it.
Stands on his foot.
Madley missed it. I cannot believe that VAR has not seen there's a tread on the foot. There's no debate. It's an easy decision to make. No ball, foot.
Mate, come on, take the mask off. Come on. Come on.
It's just who we are, mate.
Come on. Help me out.
What do you mean?
Help me out, mate. Come on, help me out.
It was a pen.
It was a pen. But fair play. West Ham have gone through.
No, well done them. Yeah.
We've got the quarter-final draw, if anyone hasn't seen it. West Ham are going to play Leeds. Yeah. Man City versus Liverpool. What a game that is. Well, that knocks one of the big boys out. Yeah. Chelsea versus Port Vale.
Mate, I saw him yesterday. Good team, mate.
Come on.
No, Jay, son.
Quarter-final.
Jay.
I mean, fair play to Port Vale, but this is a joke.
Mate, they played on a cabbage patch. Do you see the pitch? Honestly, the ball literally is one of those. Just bobbled to the next pass. It was terrible.
Southampton, Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal have played. They played Portsmouth, Wigan, Mansfield, and Southampton.
Jay, Joe, we played.
Come on, that's outrageous.
Jay, we played Charlton, Hull, Wrexham, and Port Vale. So
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's the luck of the draw.
It is the luck of the draw. I get it. But
some go your way, some don't.
People say to me the FA Cup's harder to win than the Champions League. You having a laugh? Oh, you having a laugh? Oh, yeah, the FA Cup's much harder to win than the Champions League. Do me a favour. You ain't played anyone. Played Port Vale in a quarter-final.
Chelsea, yeah. That's all right. We need a little bit of stroke of luck, mate.
Oh.
You need a little bit of good fortune. Look at Arsenal in the Champions League. The draw they've got on that side, you look at that, you go, can't see Arsenal not getting to the final. You need a bit of good luck to win a cup.
Yeah, well, they'll probably play Barcelona, wouldn't they, in the semis or wherever it is. I think it might be semi-final.
Right, okay. Right.
So it'll be an interesting one. Let's go to Billy, though. He's a West Ham fan. All right, Bill?
Billy boy.
Hello there, guys. Did you hear me? Ian.
How are you, Bill?
Ian. I'm all right, mate. I just want to talk about the Cup and the league, mate, because as of recent form, it's looking quite tough for the likes of Tottenham. And it's looking quite good for West Ham. I think we've picked up more points this year than we have the entire season beforehand. And I think we're going to stay up and we're going to beat Leeds. And I'll go as far to say as we're getting the final this season.
Well, again, luck of the draw, right? I mean, you know.
Looks like you're going to have.
You might get Port Vale in the semis.
Might get them in the final, mate.
Yeah, exactly. You just don't know. But
I do.
You know, look, fair play to West Ham because yous were gone. I remember it must have been 6 weeks ago, maybe, that we were on this, like, on the station talking about how yous absolutely folded. Maybe 2 months ago, where yous had completely gone. Nuno was under it. People wanted him out.
Yeah,
and like you were totally gone. And you played Tottenham, actually. You beat Tottenham, and that changed your whole season.
Dr. Tottenham rocked up.
Dr. Tottenham rocked up. You beat us, and then you've gone on a run. And now you look all right. You know, Somerville's playing really well. Bowen, you know, you look all right, to be fair.
Yeah, you guys are the first team we've beaten in ages. We lost to Wolves and Forest. Then we beat QPR in the Cup, and then beat you. And then from there, we just started winning games and getting draws. So.
What's the reason? Give us the reason why you think things have slowly but surely. Is it just Nuno getting his message across now? Is that what you think it is?
I think it's just the players starting to have belief and a bit of fight now. Yeah. They're all showing a lot more energy and a lot more belief. And when you look at the likes of like Forest, I think they've got belief as well. I think Leeds do. When you look at Tottenham, I don't think they've got any belief.
No,
I think they just can't be bothered.
Well, it does look like that, but they're going to have to figure something out because it is all now, 1 point, right? So now I think everyone, I don't think Spurs, when they appointed Igor Tudor, actually genuinely, I don't think they genuinely thought it was in a relegation fight. And now, obviously, they know they are desperately in one. So the players have got to find something. I don't know what that is, but they've got to find some courage from somewhere because the other teams below are fighting and they will pick up points.
Yeah, the issue with Tottenham is that there's not really much incentive for players to fight, though, is there? Because the moment they go down, they'll just jump ship. Whereas half the West Ham squad can't really jump ship, can they?
Yeah, and I agree with that. I agree with that. But you've got to have a bit of pride in your professional performance, come on.
You can't just jump
think,
ship.
I'm leaving, I'm going. Like, who wants to sign a player from Tottenham who's got relegated? All right, Van der Ven and people like that, maybe. But everyone else...
Are they the rats trying to get off a sinking ship?
That's what I look at it.
Bill, why are you phoning up talking about Tottenham?
No, Bill's all right. Leave Bill alone. Leave Bill alone. He's won tonight.
You won tonight. You've gone through. Well done. I've congratulated you.
All right, Jamie. All right.
Irons.
Mate. Irons. But the reason why I put it back up is because the last time we had a conversation, you said West Ham are rubbish and we're going down regardless.
Well, you were.
The story's changed.
Yeah, but you were. And then you beat Tottenham and now you're not.
Yeah.
You are still rubbish, though.
Yeah, but I mean, we both are, but you're just less rubbish than us.
Well,
we're less rubbish than you.
Well, the table says that there's a lot of rubbish knocking about at the bottom of the league, let's be honest. And Spurs are part of that. But you are still 1 point above you. Just make that right. 1 point.
But I think we're probably going to lose to City anyway, then you're going to lose to Liverpool. Still 1 point.
Yeah.
But then I think we're going to be above you in the next, 2 weeks?
Right, wait there, though, Bill, because we've got Sam Matface with Keith Andrews.
Keith, how do you react to losing a cup tie in that manner?
Yeah, difficult, obviously. I have to be honest, I can't be a hypocrite and say I don't like penalty kicks when I've always actually really liked them. What I liked about getting towards penalty kicks was we gave everything. We didn't just sit back and absorb pressure and get to that point. But unfortunately, when it does get to that point, there's elements of luck involved. They took their penalties really well. Standard overall was really good with the penalty kicks. So yeah, it just wasn't meant to be tonight.
What do you say to Dongo Watara in moments like that? Is that something that he had sort of practiced beforehand? Is that something he usually does?
Practice him a lot. I think what I'll tell you exactly what I told the players. Anybody that takes a penalty kick shows a lot of character, and there won't be any blame attached to missing a penalty kick.
It is disappointing not to get through to a cup quarter final. However, how do you use the disappointment to spur you on in the league?
We spoke before about what is achievable this season, and there was a cup quarter final, the best domestic cup competition in the world in my opinion, so it was there for us. We gave everything we could. First half we could have played a little bit better for sure. It ebbed and flowed. We had periods where we looked good and periods where we came off and they got control of the game. Second half, we were outstanding. Extra time, boys are pushing hard. It's 9 to go now really. It's out of the cup and we've got 9 league games where there's still a hell of a lot to achieve.
Should it have got to extra time and penalties? Could you have had a penalty in the first half? I mean, it looked for all the world that Kevin Schade was fouled by Matthias Fernandes, so much so that on the replay he appeared to grimace knowing that he'd committed a foul.
I think players' reactions tell you a lot. You commentate on a lot of games, and I think you'd agree with that. They rarely tell lies. I think when you've got one decision that gets overturned by VAR, which is probably the right decision, and then this one didn't, it's obviously very frustrating.
Did you ask for an explanation from the officials?
Not much point.
Thank you very much for joining us. Good luck.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Yeah, Keith Andrews there, disappointed with that, Jace. It was 100% a foul, and he's absolutely right, Sam, there, to mention the fact, and Keith Andrews did as well, that Matthias Fernandes, was it Fernandes? He knew. Like, he knew he'd trodden his foot, because when he'd done it, his reaction was, oh, no. He knew. Yeah. How he's got away with that, because I'm sure we're going to speak to Derm tonight. Derm always says, players' reactions tell you the story. Like, that is the reaction. You know, if the player reacts like that, it's a penalty. You know. How VAR can look away from that, it's almost ridiculous that they don't give that as a penalty. Like, how can VAR look at that incident and say, No penalty.
I said it was Somerville. He plays for West Ham. I don't know how I got that so wrong. For me, it's a penalty. He gets none of the ball, all of the foot. Schade gets toes it away. And I can understand the referee missing it, right? It happens so quickly. But that's why VAR is there. But it's to back the referee up. For him not to get that is one thing. For VAR not to get it is something else. That's a terrible decision. And I like Keith Andrew. I think Keith deals with the media very well. There's no point. There's the frustration. They got to penalties. He mentioned there about the Batara pen. Anyone that misses a penalty, so you ain't going to blame them. I think there's a manner in which you miss it. It's a Panenka, and it's just. Erio's just stood there. He can see it coming for it felt like 3 seconds. It was a terrible Panenka.
He didn't put much disguise on it.
No disguise.
No.
None at all.
He's just he just didn't even look like.
No, read it from and that's that. If you're going to do a Panenka, you can't let the goalkeeper just catch it. It's just a wow.
We are going to discuss about the Spurs show, and we'll build up to that game against Atletico Madrid. But we are taking calls on obviously tonight's action and FA Cup action over the weekend. Are you going to take the mask off?
I think I need to, mate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You can't breathe.
I can't just sit in this for another 3 hours. It can't happen.
Yeah, just get rid of it, mate. Come on, do me a favour. Help me out.
You going down?
03717 2233.
You going down?
Jace, shut up!
Wrexham boss Phil Parkinson said he was proud of his team's performance.
Yeah, listen, we've got to be immensely pleased with the performance tonight. In so many aspects of the display were good. The way we pressed, the structure, because it's not just about pressing, it's when to press, it's the communication. But some of the football we played as well, I thought was really good. And I stressed in the press conference and to the lads yesterday, we weren't coming into this game just to stop Chelsea. We were coming into it to play ourselves. And we've gone toe-to-toe. We really have. I felt second half we were going to win the game. I could feel it. I really was very confident on the touchline. And moments have gone against us tonight. And it's our first taste of VAR here at the racecourse. And, it takes a bit of getting used to, because those decisions will be, certainly the send-off, I think, will be a big talking point.
Yeah, I think Phil's called it perfectly there. He's talked about the decisions and what had happened during the game, big moments. And, look, they 1-0 up, pegged back 1-1. Go 2-1 up, get pegged back 2-2. And I've got to say, the second goal, which is so often the lad Doyle who scored, it was a deflection from a shot. And them goals are quite clever goals, because if you just divert the ball as it's coming to you, that it beats any goalkeeper, because the goalkeeper's going one way. And if you get a slight deflection on it, it gets diverted into the bottom corner. And I thought they just absolutely matched Chelsea in every way, shape and form. And to be fair, they must, be proud of what they've done this year in the Championship and in the Cup.
You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. Going to get the latest on Xabi Alonso to Liverpool rumours. That's coming up a little bit later. We're going to replay some of the clips from Sports Bar Thursday night, where I was absolute head loss in the studio. But West Ham are through to the FA Cup quarter-finals. They beat Brentford on penalties. Let's get back to your calls. Go to John. He's a West Ham fan. All right, John?
All right, John boy.
All right, Cundy, what's happening? Cundy, one word. Cundy, keep your mask on. Keep your mask on. All right, listen, that was a shocking game tonight, but Leeds at home, we'll take it. But, Jay, I've got one question for you.
Go on.
Are you going down?
I can ask you the same question, John boy. John boy, can I say the same to you? You going down?
I don't think so, mate. I think Spurs are going to replace us.
Maybe, mate. Maybe. It doesn't look good for us at the moment, John. I'm not going to lie. I thought you found a bit of fight, finally.
Yeah, to be fair, he changed a couple of players, and I was unsure about the players, but there was a bit of fight out there. But to be fair, I'll be honest, it was a bit of a flat game.
Yeah, it was flat, but it's a tough game at FA
Bit
Cup.
of a boring game, but Leeds at home in the quarter-final, I'll take it all day long.
Yeah,
mate.
Leeds
all day long.
Do you know what? It's good for us, though, John. Keep you in, another game.
More games, tired limbs.
Games, tired legs. Somerville looked like he picked up a bit of a knock. Hopefully he'll be all right, but...
Oh, listen to you. What do you mean, hopefully he'll be all right?
Well, you don't want to...
Hopefully.
Well, you don't want to see players get injured. I never want to see players get injured.
Just a little knock.
But he's took a knock, but that's the problem. When you got
a little knock, a couple of players we brought in, James, done all right. A couple of players you used to bring in are not worth bringing in.
No. Oh, no. Well, no, our recruitment's been shocking, but Somerville's been your best player. Somerville's massive for you in this running.
It took him a time to settle, and I always said he was a good player and he had no end game to him.
Yeah.
But the last 10 games, he's shown the end game to him, and without a doubt, I think he took a bit of shine away from Bowen, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I agree with you. I absolutely agree. I think he's performed better than Bowen. I think he's been electric. He's been decent. You found some fight, mate. Took some, but you're still in the bottom three, John.
It's one time or massive. We're still in the bottom three.
You're still in there.
But after a couple of weeks, mate,
we'll see.
The phone call, and then I'll be able to say the same thing to you, eh?
Yeah.
Do you know what, though? That FA Cup semi-final against Leeds, that could be a championship game next season.
What are you talking about? It's
quarter-final.
That could be an FA Cup. That could be a championship game next season. Leeds are looking over their shoulder, mate.
West Ham and Leeds ain't going down.
Well, I'm just saying.
Only one of them.
You know what's the worst,
mate?
Cundy, do you know what's the worst thing about it? Like, you might lose one of your biggest rivals, Tottenham, down to the Championship.
Yep.
But then Millwall come up and replace them. How ironic is that?
Well, but
you should all miss Tottenham, mate. If Tottenham go down, you'd hate it. You'd have nothing. It's your biggest game of the season.
Of course it ain't.
Of course it is.
It's something to look forward to.
What's your biggest game of the season? What's your biggest game?
Our biggest game of the season.
Yeah, what's your biggest game?
He needs advice.
This season,
Is your son giving you advice on the answer?
But this season, you ain't turn up.
Yeah, but he's still... Exactly, but we are your biggest game of the season. You find it hard enough to fill that ground anyways. There are 20,000 empty seats there tonight.
Right. You try and fill that big ground in the Championship.
John, listen,
Lincoln have got a good away following, mate.
Oh, shut
I saw them
up.
at the weekend on social media.
Good team.
Mate, Lincoln, they'll fill that. Their away end.
Team.
Don't knock Lincoln, mate. Don't knock them.
I see some memes over the weekend.
Yeah.
Of like...
Ole, ole, ole.
Lincoln turning up to like the Spurs.
Look, they're singing Tottenham away. Ole, ole, ole.
Let's go to Glenn. He's West Ham fan. All right, Glenn.
Glenn, boy. Glenn.
Hello.
All right, Glenn.
All right, Glenn. All right.
Not Glenn, it's Lane.
What?
Lee?
Lane, not Glenn.
Oh, go on then, Glenn.
No G, Len. Len.
Glenn.
Right, the reason West Ham are doing so well is because Paqueta's gone. 35 million.
What do you mean you're doing so well? You're in the bottom three.
You're hitting the bottom three, but we would have been bottom of the bottom three if Paqueta had still been there. We picked up after he left.
Don't think you did.
The best bit of... I think we did.
No.
Started playing as a team then.
When did he leave? What date? January. What date?
I believe...
Yeah.
When did he leave?
To be fair, he's not making the worst point there, because Paqueta, I felt, was a luxury player. And West Ham don't need luxury players right now.
No. Glenn?
2 weeks ago.
Sorry, mate.
Len, I was in South America 2 weeks ago in Rio.
Yeah.
And he'd had his couple of games for
flamenco, and they thought it was the biggest load of rubbish. Sorry,
be careful.
Biggest load of rubbish going.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, you've definitely picked up. Listen, you have picked up. There's still a long way to go. You found something. You found a bit of fight. You found a bit of team effort. That's for sure. It helps when you got Bowen and Somerville in the team. You got two wingers that can make something happen.
Well, Traore started well tonight as well.
Yeah, he's all right. He's a bench player, though, isn't he? Come off the bench. Your main two players are Somerville and Bowen right now.
Correct. But the defence is playing better since we got the boy in from Chelsea.
Chelsea?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Wan-Bissaka's playing well since he came back, and so has Diop since they came back from the African nations.
So, Glenn, you're saying you guys are going to stay up? That's what you're saying? You're going to stay up?
Yeah, I think we might.
Right, okay. Well, look, I mean, maybe there's something in the old Paqueta thing. I don't know.
Well, he's a luxury player. I think the problem...
He's a hell of a player, by the way.
He's a hell of a player in the right team. I was never amazed by him. I never thought he was incredible. I thought he was a good player, but I think he's a luxury player. He's a bit like Xavi Simons. He's a player you don't need in the position that you're in. He's a player if you're in Europe and you're playing nice football and the crowd's with you and you're buzzing about, then I think a player like him can make a difference. But when you're in the trenches, I don't think you need a player like
Richarlison.
I don't know. No, Richarlison. I think Richarlison got Everton out of a hole, mate. We don't need a Xavi Simons. That's what we don't need right now.
Right, okay.
Xavi Simons is a player that you want, when you're in Europe. That's exactly why I think he's probably right with Paqueta. Spurs need players who are going to get themselves out of a hole, who are going to help get you out of a hole. We're going to talk about Spurs, actually, because we did go viral on Thursday night show. We have got Spurs tomorrow as well against Atletico Madrid. Massive game, up the Spurs.
Oh, mate.
Biggie.
The Ange Mask is coming out again.
Big week for Spurs. Atletico Madrid, Liverpool,
big 24
Atletico
hours.
Madrid, and then Nottingham Forest.
Oh, my gosh.
It's a big
enormous.
couple of weeks.
You can't lose to Liverpool and Forest. That can't happen. It can.
Well, it can. Yeah, it can. All right, keep your calls coming in. 03717 22 3344.
Has the hiring of Edu destabilised the best season in a generation at Nottingham Forest? And how much responsibility does Evangelos Marinakis have to take for it? We understand that he's been told to stay away from the City ground, pending a termination of his contract at the end of the season. I know that Forest fans will be reluctant to criticise Marinakis, but is this a mess of his own making? Because he had a manager who was very successful, almost took them to the Champions League. He started to interfere, and all of a sudden they ended up dropping down eventually into the Europa League, but then they lost to Nuno Espirito Santo very quickly. So is this got to be on Marinakis' shoulders?
Of course it is. And do you blame Nuno Santo when you've got a sporting director coming in and probably not giving you a say on any players that you're bringing in? What do you expect as a manager? And if you speak to the older generation of managers, they'll say, what? Someone's telling me what players are coming in, and then I'm going to get judged.
That is the way of the world now, though.
I know, but then is that fair as a manager? Like we said in previous shows, sporting directors should be coming on and doing press. You're the one bringing in the players. The manager's doing the best they can with these players. They might have wanted 10 other players that you have said no to. Some of the players that they brought in Nottingham Forest, Douglas Luiz on loan didn't work. Zinchenko on loan didn't work. Amari Hutchinson, 37.5 million. Only one Premier League goal in 22 appearances. McAtee, 30 million. Hasn't worked. Ndoye hasn't worked. Bakwa hasn't worked.
Fancied having a beer in the stands while watching your team at the Emirates? Well, this season you actually can, and not just there. You can do it at Anfield, Goodison Park, Stamford Bridge and Old Trafford too. But hold on, I hear you cry. Isn't drinking alcohol in the stands at Premier League games illegal? You're right, for the men's game it still is, but the Women's Super League is doing something different, and here's how we got there. Back in the 1980s, football had a serious image problem. The sport was plagued by violence, pitch invasions and beer-fuelled chaos. From fan riots at the 1980 Scottish Cup final to the Heysel disaster years later, things were unsafe and the consequences were disastrous. Then in 1985, Margaret Thatcher's government stepped in. They introduced the Sporting Events Control of Alcohol Act, banning alcohol in view of the pitch across England and Wales. Since then, many fans and clubs have called for the law to be relaxed, especially since other sports don't face the same restrictions. If you're popping down to watch the Red Roses roar at Twickenham, feel free to grab a pint on the way to your seat. Wandering down to Lord's to catch some boundary bashing? Fill your boots with G&Ts. But if you were hoping to cheers your club's promotion to the Premier League with a Prosecco in hand from pitchside, sorry, it'll have to be tea or Bovril. In 2021, it looked like things might finally change. The government commissioned the Crouch Report, a fan-led review into football governance. One recommendation was to allow League Two and National League clubs to lift the alcohol ban to boost matchday revenue. But nothing came of it. Authorities still weren't convinced that fans could be trusted. And then in January 2025, something did change. The Women's Championship, now called the WSL 2, launched a trial allowing fans to drink in the stands. The reasoning? Well, fans at women's matches tend to behave differently. Less aggression, more family-friendly vibes. Now, the women's game is raising the bar, literally. Select WSL and WSL2 stadiums are allowing fans to drink alcohol in view of the pitch. It's been a landmark move showing growing trust in fans and recognising that women's football is building its own culture. So could the men's game be the next to leave the 1980s behind? Well, maybe, if fans can prove they can handle a pint without pitching it at someone. Yeah, don't hold your breath. Until then, it's Bovril all around. Cheers to that.
Good evening, you are listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, and Jason Cundy. We're going to hear from Liam Rossinha. He's compared his striker, João Pedro, to the weekend to some of the big stars in the game. But first, we have to take a look back. Thursday night Sports Bar. It's gone more viral than any show we've ever done. Over 10 million views. Some of the clips are absolute gold. So I thought we'd take a look back tonight. Why not? I've calmed down. For those of you who have been living under a rock, Spurs lost a massive game against Crystal Palace. Me and Cundy were on the show straight after, and it's fair to say it all had me a bit rattled. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The football club. It's unbelievable. The people in charge of this football club. One of the biggest clubs in the world. And an absolute mockery. We're a mockery of a football club that we've allowed this to happen.
Are you going down?
And the fans have had to accept
You're going down.
Jace, shut up. Don't ask me again. Stop. Jace, shut up.
I'll stick the mask on. Just
yeah. Can you sort that mask out, mate? Come on, it's like it's not even on properly. Like the mask is just all over the place. His eyes on your nose. Like
that's all right. Look, I look all right.
No, you look like an idiot.
Is that better?
That's better. Come on, there you go. That's perfect.
It's just who we are, mate.
That went everywhere.
Yep.
Right? And I was fuming.
You were fuming.
I was actually fuming. I meant that. I meant every part.
I know you
of
did.
that.
I was shocked.
Because you were actually shocked. You was actually taken aback by it.
Then I look at your face and you're half grinning when you're looking at me.
Well, because I said it with such anger, and then I looked at you and you're like, you've got an Ange mask on. Like, how can I be angry when I'm looking at you and you've got that stupid mask on? And I sat there like this guy's just being an absolute wally, and I had to just deal with it, take it.
No, you dealt with it well, I thought.
No, I didn't.
No, I thought you dealt with it well, Jay. Are you staying up? You're going down? What's happening? Shall I change the question? Would it be easy if I change the question?
What's the question?
You staying up? I'll change it. You're going down.
Oh dear, that one was. I've seen that everywhere, all over the weekend. I couldn't get away from it.
Shut up.
I meant it.
I know you did.
I actually
you pointed as well.
People go, "Oh, it's all for for the show and all that." Genuinely, I hated you at that moment.
I bet you did.
I hated you so much. Cundy's fun didn't stop there. No. He came up with this creative way of mocking the Spurs motto: "To dare is to do."
They don't believe they can actually win a game. That's the problem. They don't believe they can actually. I look at some of the passes, some of the movement. It's so terrible. There's no pattern. There's no build-up.
No, nothing.
There's absolutely no. You know, sometimes you look at teams, you think, right, they're trying to build down one side. It literally is scatter, throw it up in the air, see what happens. To dare is to poo. That
just come out of nowhere as well.
Well, I knew the lads in the gallery had the old fart noise.
Yeah.
That is just that's
a real part.
Yeah, that was in a pre-record. That was another part of the show. Yeah, it was ages ago, wasn't it? I know, but you know, to dare is to do. It's such a beautiful motto, and it has absolutely nothing to do with Spurs at the minute. To dare is to do. To dare is to poo. That it's amazing because you don't do. I keep saying, what do? You do nothing. What daring?
We won the Europa League.
I see no daring.
We won the Europa League.
Okay, this
we
season
are currently Europa League champions.
This season, are you daring?
In the Champions League, we are. We've got Atletico Madrid tomorrow.
Oh, mate, the master's coming.
Finished fourth in the league.
Mate, the master's coming out again.
No, it's not. It's not. I reckon we'll get a result against Atletico.
What will the score be? What's the result? 3-0 defeat?
I reckon we'll draw.
You don't even believe that, do you?
No, I don't believe that.
You don't believe that?
I don't believe it.
The Ange mask tomorrow, mate. That's
no.
I might have to take on the mask and wash it when I get in.
Look,
dry him out
tomorrow. You can't do the Ange mask tomorrow. You can't.
It's just who we are.
It's the first leg. It's only half time. So regardless of what the score
No, I'm doing it. The mask's coming out. You can't not.
If we win, you got no show.
Well,
this is the thing with you. Once Spurs sort themselves out.
What do you mean once? I've been waiting for like 3.5 years.
We won the Europa League last season.
That's one. Listen, one moment. You had one moment, right? And that's great. Well done. It's not led to anything, has it? It's not been the catalyst. You're not kicked on.
No, we've not kicked on. Well, Champions League we have. Finished fourth.
Jay, no one wins the Champions League in February. No one wins it in Feb. Right? Tomorrow.
Just give me a night off.
Tomorrow night.
Give me a night off.
No.
Give me a night off.
Mate,
I need a calm week.
There's no night off.
I need some woosah in my life.
There's no night off on the sports bar, as you know. There's no night off, mate. There's not. And nor should there be. It's continue. Keep going. Spurs lose again.
No, but you can keep 2-footing me, and it's unfair.
Well, it's not my fault you're rubbish. Is it? I did say about It did feel about 6 weeks ago. I said the Spurs are taking the fun away from it.
Yeah.
Nah, you brought the fun back now.
We haven't we?
Because losing every week, there is a little bit of like chick king and there is to do and all that. But now it's like, oh my God, they could cut down. There's new fun to be had. There's like new pain to explore. There's new agony for Spurs fans to delve in there and have a right. You're going down. You're going down. There's more to come, Jay. That's not. I don't think I'll tie this season. I think I've got. It feels as though I've come back from.
What are you going to do next season if we're in the Championship? What are you going to do?
Oh, mate, that'll be untold fun. I tell you what we do. We do EFL corner. O'Hara's EFL corner. Right. We go, and do you know what? Right, we might even have to start talking about League One, Jay, because you might do back-to-back relegations. Well, no, you might. It's not unheard of. It's not unheard of.
Of course, what felt like thousands of calls from upset Spurs fans, no more so than angry Matt. He gave us a call to spout his usual guff.
Let me just attack O'Hara because...
No. Have a
Why are you attacking me, by the way? Why are you attacking me, Matt, by the way?
O'Hara alone.
I don't play for Tottenham. I'm not making decisions at Tottenham, am I? So don't attack me. What are you talking about? I'm sick of you coming on here thinking you can attack me like I'm making decisions at Tottenham.
Let Matt speak.
Like I'm in charge of the recruitment. Like I'm in charge. Like I'm taking the training sessions. No, you come on here all the time and you dig me out. What are you on about?
Let Matt speak.
I know. See, this is the thing, right? You never have my back. You never have my back, ever.
No,
you just throw in your own little digs as well.
I did a little bit of it.
No, you didn't. You didn't.
I did a little bit.
No, you didn't. You went, right at that moment in time, because you're working with me, I'm gone. My face is red. I'm angry. I'm absolutely gone.
The veins on his neck are popping.
Like, I'm trying everything in my power to not be like overly aggressive, right? Because I'm on air. But I'm gone. And you're poking the bear. Like, help me out there. In that moment, I need you to, come and be on my side.
I was on your side. Just say...
weren't.
No, what I was doing, I say, let Matt speak. You can have a breather. If the veins on your neck are popping, head's red, just let Matt speak and have a little bit of a... Just deep breath. That's what I was saying. Take, Jay, have a deep breath. Take your time out, mate. Let Matt speak.
No, but he's blaming me. What are you blaming me for? I don't know why he phones up and has a go at me.
No, to be fair, he made some valid...
I'm Daniel Levy's mate.
Mate, he made some valid points, I thought.
He made 0 points.
He made some valid points.
No, he didn't.
I thought he did.
No, he didn't.
No, Jay, I think you...
He had no points.
No, I thought...
He comes on here I'm paid by Daniel Levy to talk good about Spurs. I literally dig out Spurs every week.
No, I thought some of the points he made were valid, and you just weren't prepared to listen because your head had gone.
Let's finish with one final clip where I finally had enough of Cundy's nonsense. Mate, you just...
Well, don't ask me a question.
I know, but you're just talking rubbish, because I know that's not true.
I think he's good enough.
How do you know he's good enough?
I've seen signs.
What? What signs have you seen?
I've seen signs.
What signs?
Encouraging signs.
It's just pointless doing a show with you, mate. It's just pointless.
What do you mean?
Because you're just not being
serious.
serious.
Having a proper ego.
You're just not being serious. You're just an idiot.
He's having a proper ego. Honest. Jay? Jay's walked out. Mate. So when that happened, right? I've sat in, I had to throw the break. I've gone in. Mate, you weren't happy. You were booing. You were booing. Can't say what he said to me because we've only got 2 dumps.
I think I went outside and said to you about 3 or 4 times.
Yeah. Well,
you are an absolute.
No, don't say it. Don't say it.
You're an absolute.
And then bup.
But the thing is, right, I'm trying to have I know it's fun. I get it. Yeah. It's fun. Let's all laugh at Spurs. But there are moments when I want to have a proper conversation with you.
What do you get?
And I was getting nothing out of you. Nothing. Yeah, no, I've seen signs. Encouraging signs. Encouraging, yeah.
I did see some encouraging signs.
What signs did you see?
There are moments in the game where you look like you could, not give a corner away. There wasn't many encouraging signs.
It was honestly.
Well, look, Jay, do you know what?
The hardest show I've ever done.
Right, okay, Jay.
The hardest show I've ever done.
Tomorrow night, we'll see if there's encouraging signs. If I'm proved right. Or if I'm proved wrong.
Are you going to be on my team?
When?
Can you be on my team at certain parts of the show if Spurs get beat?
Tomorrow night? Yeah. No. No, I'm... What do you want me to do? Lie?
No, I just want you to just not be an idiot.
Oh, we've got no chance, mate. No, that...
You are now. Like,
No.
you've gone viral. Like, people want you to get an MBE. People want you to get an MBE.
Well,
It's
listen,
pathetic.
tomorrow night I might get an OBE. Might get upgraded.
Remember, you can rewatch all of this, much more from that show, over on the talkSPORT YouTube channel. It's free to download on the talkSPORT app. We are viral. This is what we do on the Sports Bar. Keep your calls coming in. We're going to hear from Nuno Espirito Santo as well. You can talk about Spurs. We build up to Atletico Madrid. West Ham have gone through tonight. You can talk about that. That was a look at the latest action. Thanks to talkSPORT Bet. Terms and conditions apply. 18+. Gambleaway.org. Chase, shut up!
Igor Tudor, the same Igor Tudor, concentrated in taking whatever positives he could find out of that result.
They're disappointed, they wanted more. We are aware of that. We also want to give more. Unfortunately, this is the moment that we pay everything. Maybe it will sound strange, but I believe more after this game than I believe before. I saw something. I need to choose the right guys, because the boat, I said, now is going in direction that I want to go, that need to go, and who is in the boat can stay. Otherwise, can bow down. How you say that? Leave the boat. So when the other players will come back and choosing the rights, I'm sure that we will have a good teams and the victory will come back.
That was Igor Tudor grasping onto the positives as he saw them after the home defeat to Palace. But Simon, I think, if I remember rightly, you said if they lose to Fulham, they lose to Palace in mortal danger.
Yeah, I think they are. I think they've got. I mean, the only thing that will keep Spurs up at this moment in time is the other teams beneath them don't close the gap, because right now the only thing that's holding them up is the other team's previous performance. I mean, there's not a lot we can take from the Palace game. He went hard after the players, so and it didn't get much of a reaction, did it? So that to me was him looking at things, saying, "Okay, well, I said what I said. It didn't get me very much, so I'm going to have to perhaps change tack and say I saw something in the second half, which is we lifted a leg."
Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy giving you the Sports Bar still to come. We're going to be joined by Kev Hatchard. He's going to go through all of this week's European action. West Ham, though, they're through to the FA Cup quarterfinals. Beat Brentford on penalties tonight. Sam Matface was watching for talkSPORT and is alongside Nuno Espirito Santo right now.
Everyone's smiling. It was a good cup tie. Great atmosphere in the stadium. How much did the club need that as much as the team for momentum?
The fans are being great, and you saw, like you say it well, was an amazing atmosphere. He's been for a while now, and they deserve this moment of happiness. They are sticking with us, supporting, and it was a night to remember.
But what was your reaction when the full-time whistle went, when that final penalty from Mavropanos went in? How did it feel?
Relief, and then immediately a smile, because we want to keep competing in the cup. We know that we have a tough job in the league, but staying this dream alive will help us.
Why do you think it will help you so much? Is it momentum, or is it keeping the fans in a positive mood?
More than anything, the squad. I think the squad gave a good answer today. We made a lot of changes, and the answer of the player was good. So having the squad motivated, many of them work very hard during the week. Then comes the weekend, they don't play, but they stick and supporting the teammates. So it's good for the squad, and it's amazing for the club.
Yeah, decent result for them. Keeps them in the hunt to get to Wembley. Let's talk some odds now, though. TalkSPORT Bet and Ambassador Ryan.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com to see all our latest sign-up offers. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Rhino.
Hey, evening, lads. How you both doing? You well?
Matey, how are you? Yeah, you good?
I'll be honest with you. I could not come on the Monday after that unbelievable show on Thursday. I just had to. That shut up, right, Jay, came from your soul. I have never heard anyone say "shut up" with so much vigor in my. It was unbelievable. And I'll tell you something. I've got the pleasure of being in a group chat now with Jason Cundy. I don't want you to get scared, right? But his exact words after the show were, "This is only the beginning." That is exactly word for word what he said to me.
Well, do you know what? There's tomorrow night, there's next Monday, and then the biggie against Forest. It's like there's going to be an avalanche.
Did you know?
Jay knows it, though.
talkSPORT Bet paid out anyone who had Spurs to be relegated on Friday morning.
I see that. Yeah. What's that about? What's that?
Well, they're sinning off, Jay. They're sinning off.
Shambles from you lot.
If you take a look at every single fixture between now and the end of the season, I mean, be honest with yourself. How many points are you giving yourself? And the talkSPORT Bet bosses thought the same thing. They paid out, man.
No, I think that's fair. That's fair. I'm looking at the league table.
Yeah.
I mean, it's...
Yeah, but Nottingham Forest and West Ham have got 9 games to play as well, yeah?
Yeah, well, they're in good form, mate.
They're in great form. Yeah. They're in such good... Look at West Ham.
A pair of you can do one, all right? Bryce, yeah? You're at Cheltenham this week, and you? Yeah. I've got some friends down there.
Yeah. I'll shut up. Shut up.
Look, let's talk some odds. The early kick-off tomorrow. Galatasaray, they've got Liverpool. What are the odds?
Yeah, no, it's been a bit of an up and down season for Liverpool. They looked like they turned a corner, and then that winning streak came to an end with that Wolves shocker. But they did finish third in this competition, in the league phase. So that's a massive tick for them. The home side, they've already beaten Liverpool, though. There's a bit of context. That was 1-0 thanks to an Osimhen penalty. But the other bit of context here is Galatasaray won't be able to take their fans to Anfield. So that 12th man tomorrow really does count, more significant than usual. Liverpool are favourites, 8-11 odds on. Galatasaray 17-5. At the end of the day, their Champions League forms were really poor, Jay. That's just how it is, and that's reflected with the odds. Draws 3-1. Victor Osimhen is scoring for Galatasaray still. He's got 3 in his last 4. He's 6-5 to score any time. He's also in a special. Him and Ekitike both to get 2 shots on target. It's a special at a 5-1 price. That's a really good price. But Liverpool to win and both teams to score is a 19-10 booster. I think you could probably look at that, or you can go for the 1-up early payout for Galatasaray. It's just over evens. If they go 1-up, talkSPORT Bet will pay out, which we know they do, Jay. They did that Friday morning, and they'll do it again if Galatasaray go 1-up.
Okay. Newcastle, tough game at home to Barcelona. They've got to make sure, Ryan, that they keep this tie alive at home and go there and have a fight. They're funny, Newcastle. You don't quite know what you're going to get, but I've seen Barcelona when Chelsea played them back in November. I can't call this. I expect Barca to go through over the 2 legs, but I can't call this one tomorrow.
I agree. I'm kind of the same line of thinking because, I mean, Barcelona are top of La Liga, so we might be doing them a bit dirty, but I'm with you. When I've watched them, I've been slightly unconvinced. They do beat the English teams, but one thing I can say, if I don't want to pick a result here, is I think there's going to be goals. Yeah. I really do, because no team in the top 13 in the league phase conceded more than Barca, and Newcastle have both scored and conceded in their last 12. So I think that's one thing we can look at, Jay, is that probably there'll be goals in this one. Barca are favourites, 4-5 at St James's Park. Newcastle are 9-5, and the draw's 29-10. Lamine Yamal is a name we all know, of course. He scored a hat-trick a few weeks back as well. He's still amongst the goals. He's 7-4 any time to score. Rafinha, another one you can look at any time, 15-8. There is quality in that side. From a Newcastle perspective, who do you look at? Gordon, 7-4 any time. Harvey Barnes, if the floodgates open for him, he's 19-10 any time. I've built a double. I do think Barca will do it. So I've gone Barca and over 4.5 goals. That takes it all the way to 21-4. So Barca are odds-on favourites. Add the goals in there, a 3-2 ding-dong, 4-1, whatever. It gets to 21-4. So goals is where I'm going to look for this game. It could be a tough one to call, though.
All right, let's move on to the big one that everyone's going to be watching. The mighty Spurs take on Atletico Madrid. Give me the odds.
So sad, Jay. I'm just looking at your eyes and you don't believe what you say sometimes, and that's, but that's
everyone's going to watch it.
We'll be watching it all right.
Everyone's going to be
watching all right. So, it's one of those things. It's not just the result that's on the line here for Atletico. It's La Liga's reputation, isn't it? Let's be real. They can't lose to Spurs at home. They just cannot. It'll be in tatters, La Liga. They're odds-on favourites. 8-15, Atletico Madrid. Spurs are 19-4 to pick up an away win. The draw, which I heard you unconvincingly say earlier, Jay, you might look at, is 29-10. Spurs do tend to score. Like, that's the way it is. So if you do go for the Atletico win, you go both teams to score. It's 85-40. That's a booster from talkSPORT Bet. But here's my public service announcement. Christian Romero's back, and he can play in this game. Right, so where are we looking? We're looking to get a card, aren't we? That's boosted to the same price as Atletico to win and both teams to score. It's the same price as that, 85-40. Van der Ven to be card is 19-5. You look at them both. I'll put them both into a treble. With Atletico win, you get 11-1. So I don't know where you are with it, Jay. Wow. I don't know whether you think you'll rotate for relegation or you're going to do some daring and doing tomorrow. I'm not sure.
I just don't think you can rotate. Yeah. I just don't know if we've got the players to rotate.
No, you can't rotate. You can't rotate for
relegation. There's not enough players to rotate.
Oh, no.
You just fit.
You got
apparently
no
Spencer's
injuries.
Back. So,
I feel for you.
Yeah.
Kind of.
You don't. No one does.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow night.
Yeah.
I'll speak to you tomorrow night, boys. Look, listen, I'm on all week. I'm at Cheltenham and I'm coming back on all week.
Just on Cheltenham, it starts tomorrow?
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Right,
yeah,
on, give me a tip.
A tip? Well, there's plenty going on. What talkSPORT Bet have done is they've done a super boost for every single day, which is amazing. So tomorrow, Old Park Star to get a top 3 finish has been boosted from odds on to 5-4. So talkSPORT Bet, I've got a really good price for Old Park Star. We did a Cheltenham special, didn't we, Jay? And that was one of Alan Brazil's tips for the day. And it's been boosted, a super boost, but there'll be one a day. So that is incentive for Cheltenham to check in every single day because it will change. And there'll be good prices as well. So there you are. Have a look at that one, Jay.
Okay, cool. Rhino, you're a star, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, Rhino.
Take it easy, boys.
Cheers, bud.
That was a look at the latest action. Thanks to talkSPORT Bet. Terms and conditions apply. 18 plus. Begin with dog.
Bring it on with talkSPORT Bet. Download the app or visit talksportbet.com to see all our latest sign-up offers. 18 plus, gambleaware.org.
Right, up next, we're going to be joined by Kevin Hatch.
It was pathetic yesterday. Absolutely pathetic, lads.
Yeah, very true, mate.
Shocking. So, all right, so where are you off now? You off to the airport?
I'm at West Ham tonight, and then I've got a good couple of days, mate. I'm Atletico Madrid, Spurs, and then Real Madrid, Manchester City, both in Madrid. So I'm having a wee chat. I'm maybe get back on Friday, but I don't know, mate. But you'll be carrying a can, no problem at all. With those.
Well, Andy's coming Friday as well, so we're going to have We're going to have a great week. It's very foggy at the moment, but that doesn't matter. That'll lift by the time the tapes go up on Tuesday in the Supreme. Can't wait, really can't wait. It's going to be such an open, good racing as well, and loads of fans. I've had so many calls and texts. Can you get me a ticket? I'm coming down. Crikey.
Yeah.
So many people coming. It's going to be magic.
He's got tickets, you are.
I know.
It's going to be amazing, lads. I was listening to the show this morning. The show's been brilliant. John, it's a great spot you've got there, obviously. I heard Simon on. I mean, the build-up's just going to be fantastic. I can guarantee you'll be watching it. Mark will be there. We'll have the phone and the iPads out and we'll be watching it, mate. So, best of luck to you all, you
Ali,
boys.
what about Ali, those games in Madrid, what are you thinking?
Oh, crikey. I mean, you'd be a brave man that would say Atletico Madrid won't beat Spurs, do you know what I mean? To be honest with you. Yeah. And then the other one, Andy, Ray, I think Real Madrid have got problems, you know, I really do. Well-documented problems. I could see actually City winning the game. I think City will go through in the tie. I could actually see them winning the game in Madrid, to tell you the truth.
You're listening to the Sports Bar, talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. We're going to be joined by Kevin Hatchard to go through this week's European action. But first, Spurs take on Atletico Madrid in the Champions League tomorrow. Ahead of the game, Spurs boss Igor Tudor was asked if he will use the two games to experiment with his squad. Here's what he had to say.
I agree. Both things, as I said, focus on us. We are playing against a team who has a story in this Champions League. So they have experience, they have quality. We need to do our best in terms that we need to grow. You know, as you said also, because our first aim is Premier League, and this need to be said also publicly. It's a normal thing. This is something extra, but that don't mean that we don't want to pass, and we don't want to go in next round.
Not convincing, that was it.
Well, what is the most important thing next season?
Premier League,
right? Excuse me. And that, I think, I don't know how you can prioritise one over the other. It's the Champions League. I remember when Brendan Rodgers did it with Liverpool. It was away at Real Madrid, and he rested Steven Gerrard, and he took absolute clog. You can't, especially because it's Liverpool. They got, they're European royalty.
Yeah,
you can't go and rest in players against Real Madrid, and that will kind of not live with him. But I remember it. Igor's come in. His job is to keep Spurs in the Premier League. That's his job.
It was. I don't think that was his job when he came in, but it is now. I don't think Spurs. I don't think Spurs thought they was really in a relegation scrap.
Well, why did Thomas
Thomas
get sacked then?
Well, because he wasn't performing good enough.
So you think that if there was a gap between Spurs, I think what happened was there was twofold. Yeah, the results weren't good enough. What happened was Forest and West Ham started looking like they're getting their act together.
Yeah,
and I felt that was probably as much a problem because the gap was getting closed.
Yeah, it was.
And now we're down to a point.
Yeah.
So that, I think there was a little bit of that. But when you're in the Champions League, you can't don't know. You can experiment, and like you said, you've got so many players injured. That how do you experiment? Because it feels a little bit like an experiment now.
Yeah.
Because there's so many players.
Well,
are
I'm guessing the only way he can say he's going to experiment is playing maybe Richarlison on the left. You know, he's played out there before. He's never really done very well out there. You know, there's an experiment in terms of.
You can't rest players though tomorrow night. You cannot rest players. You can't have Mickey van der Ven on the bench.
Well, Mickey van der Ven's suspended.
Oh, he is. No, that's fair.
Yeah,
okay,
Romero,
all right.
yeah.
Right. You can't have your best players rested. That's the point.
No, I think he needs to play his best team, but maybe try players in a position where they can maybe use them against Liverpool in the games coming up, saying, you know, can I get Richarlison and Solanke in the same team? You know, can I play them both? In an area. That's where I think he's probably saying experiment, but I don't think we've got the players to rest.
No,
that's the issue. That's a massive problem. We'll see tomorrow night when the team comes out and what actually happens, but yeah, priority is the Premier League, that's for sure. Right, let's speak to Kevin Hatchard. All right, Kev?
All right, Kev?
How are we, chaps? Well?
Yeah, we're all right, Kev. Look, just on, I'll start with that game because obviously it is tomorrow night. Atletico Madrid, how are they doing this season? Have they been great? They've been up and down.
Yeah, up and down is fair. Very, very good at home, as we saw the other week when they smashed Barcelona 4-0, but then they lost the second leg 3-0 at Camp Nou. So that gives you an idea of where they're at. They've kind of turned into this Harlem Globetrotters where they're scoring lots of goals and conceding lots of goals. They had another one of those at the weekend. They won 3-2. But they've got a lot of players in form going forward. Alexander Sørloth's been brilliant for the last few weeks. Julian Alvarez hasn't in terms of goal scoring, but he's still a real threat. Ademola Lookman's made a difference since coming in. And you've got Antoine Griezmann with all of his experience, but I think you can get at them more than you used to be able to. You know, there was a stage where they were incredibly difficult to break down. I don't think that's the case anymore, but they are much more dangerous going forward. So you're never quite sure which Atleti you're going to get, but I would still make them favourites for the tie.
Yeah, you don't know what Spurs you're going to get either. Kev, if you were Igor, what would your approach be here? Would it be to take the tie back to London, or would it be to try and get something out the game that can give you a bit of an advantage?
I think whatever he does, I agree that he does need to play a very strong team, because I think this is an opportunity outside of the Premier League to try and build a bit of confidence. And some of Spurs' best performances have been in the Champions League, admittedly not against this quality of opposition necessarily. They were given a bit of a helping hand against Dortmund with that sending off, but, you know, they have done well in this competition. So I think, you know, we've seen this time and time again that teams make lots of changes. I know he can't really at the moment because of the injuries, but then that puts a hell of a lot of pressure on the next league game. Because what if you chuck the Champions League and then you go to Anfield and you get duffed up anyway?
Yeah.
So I always think that's a real error. I mean, obviously slightly different competition and different idea, but I was gobsmacked by that team Fulham played at the weekend in the FA Cup, because I just think what a huge opportunity.
Agreed.
So it always feels like a real risk to me if you target a particular game, because if that goes wrong, you just look ridiculous.
This really and truthfully, look, it's a game that we could probably do without, because obviously the Premier League is so important, but it's also a game that you need, because I know it's the Champions League and obviously, but we're not going to win the Champions League. But it is a game where he can put a team out and go, does this work? Does this team work? In terms of the personnel that he adopts, a formation that he plays, so he can kind of build something if it does work. If we go and put in a decent performance tomorrow, and we look solid, and we you know, whatever team he picks, all of a sudden it looks all right. Well, then you can say, right, I can get on that team, I can trust that team, and I'm going to put that team over the next 9 games against the teams coming up. That's what tomorrow is about. Forget winning, you know, the Champions League, because it ain't going to happen.
No, it's not. They're not going to win it. But on the most basic level, they needed a good news story, right?
Yeah.
That is what they're desperate for. So
what we
if
don't
they were
need
to go
tomorrow,
there,
what we don't need tomorrow, Kev, is he puts out a team. You know, he plays a certain personnel in certain places, and we get pumped. If we get pumped again,
and that could happen, because you look at Barcelona, they were blown away in that Copa del Rey game. They were 4-0 down at half time. So that's what they're capable of. You know, they're scoring like 2s, 3s, 4s. But they do ship a few as well at the moment. You can get at them. So, look, Spurs have been competitive. If you look at some of their away performances, actually, in Europe, went to Bodo Glimt and got a really good result. Well, not many teams do that. Went to Eintracht Frankfurt in that Europa League run and managed to get a good result there. So they do have recent experience of decent away performances in Europe. So it's a huge test, no doubt. Atleti are favourites. But I agree with you guys. I would play the strongest team available and try and get some confidence back into the squad.
Another game, 8 o'clock kickoff. Newcastle take on Barcelona. Huge game, obviously, for Newcastle because they got knocked out of the FA Cup. They're not going to finish anywhere near Champions League spots this season via the league. Then they've got Chelsea at the weekend. I expect exactly the same. You cannot rest any players, and the atmosphere there is going to be electric.
Why would you rest players?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, you'd be mad to rest anybody. Because I think sometimes we get a little bit obsessed with the destination instead of the journey. And I think with a game like this is what teams are in it for, right? To play Barcelona in the Champions League. I mean, if you'd have asked Newcastle fans a few years ago, whether they thought that was going to happen, they'd have been a bit shocked, I think. So that's what this is all about. They've played them already in the league phase. I feel like tactically this is a good matchup for Newcastle because of the pace they're having behind, because of Harvey Barnes, because of Anthony Gordon, because of Anthony Elanga if he starts. I think they could do real damage to Barcelona. And Hansi Flick was very open about the fact he thought it was going to be tough. He described the Premier League as the best in the world. He's got a lot of respect for Eddie Howe. He's got a lot of respect for the players that Newcastle have. He knows they're in for a tough game.
Okay, let's talk about Real Madrid. Man City, obviously, is a tasty fixture in that one. Real Madrid have not been great, though. Arbeloa, is he the future of Real Madrid as manager?
No, I don't think so. And I don't think he was ever meant to be. I think he's come in as a stopgap to replace Xabi Alonso. I think he's been brought in partially to make Vinicius Jr. happy and to try and make him feel good and make him one of the main men, which ironically he is now going to have to be because Mbappe's out and they've got a few others out as well. But no, I think long-term they will look elsewhere. I mean, if he was to somehow win La Liga and go really close in the Champions League, maybe they'd feel their hand was forced a little bit, but I would be very surprised if he's seen as the long-term option. Interestingly, and this is not great for Spurs, Mauricio Pochettino is believed to be on the list. That's a report that's been doing the round in Spain. And he's somebody that Florentino Perez, the president, has admired in the past. So, a lot of hoops to jump through between now and then, but let's see how that goes.
Imagine if Spurs wait for Pochettino, don't get a manager in, and then he bins us and goes to Real Madrid.
Well, you might be playing Lincoln next season. Poch don't want to manage against Lincoln, mate.
Move on.
Also on Wednesday night, Super Chelsea, the Club World Champions, take on the European champions. A rerun, of course, of the World Club Cup final in the summer, which Chelsea prevailed 3-0. Brilliant performance from us. When you look at PSG right now, this is not the side I saw that won the Champions League, but it was about this time it felt where they started to go through the gears. Any signs that may well be the case again?
Yeah, the engine's still misfiring a little bit. I don't think they're at that level at the moment. It's not to say they won't get there, but they're not there yet. And you look at the performance on Friday against Monaco, I thought they were poor again. Lost the game. I wasn't impressed with them in either leg against Monaco in the playoff rounds. And they're only a point clear at the top of Liga. I just don't think they're already out of the Coupe de France. They lost to Paris FC in that. So they're not quite there. Luis Enrique's kind of gone into, protesting a bit too much, I think. He's talking about, we're fine physically. I'm really happy with us without the ball. I think it's all going to be fine. And I'm not sure that lines up with the reality at the moment. But what we do know is they have an incredible amount of quality and they can click at any moment. And sometimes that only has to happen for 20 minutes, half an hour, and they've blown you away. Having said that, I think Chelsea have a genuine chance over the two legs.
Okay. What about the news Xabi Alonso has reached a verbal agreement with Liverpool. How true is this?
I think it's nonsense, is what I think it is. Because the reason I think it's nonsense, I don't deny that Liverpool have probably got some interest there, and they're assessing options all the time, as clubs should do. So, it may well be. But this particular report was suggesting that he's verbally agreed a 3-year deal, but if Arne Slot wins the Champions League, it's off. So there are two things there. The first is Xabi Alonso really going to let himself be strung along until May to work out his future? I can't see that. And the other thing as well is that Liverpool, who are quite analytical generally in what they do, are they really going to hinge the entire thing on one game? I would think either way on Slot, they would have made a decision, a fair bit before that. So I can't see that. There was another rumour, by the way, talking of Liverpool and a Madrid club, Jurgen Klopp being linked with Atletico Madrid. I think that's nonsense as well. What I find really interesting about Klopp, people are determined, absolutely determined, to get him back into a coaching job, when everything he is saying publicly and privately is that he's enjoying the role he's in. He's got no desire to go back into coaching right now. And it may well be that he never actually does, but he personally just doesn't know right now. But in general, I think we haven't accepted as a sport that he's just walked away from coaching for a bit.
Okay. Yeah, I think we find it hard to get our head around it, don't we? Because you always want to see top managers in the game, but he's probably loving it.
He's loving it.
He's loving
having
life.
a great time.
Yeah,
he's
getting paid
turning
millions
up at
and
the
millions of
Olympics.
pounds, and he's just chilling.
I know, but do you know what football's like? It is such a drug, especially at that level where you've had so much success. And I mean, he's still young enough. He's not.
Yeah.
He's still
done a lot though.
He has done.
I think there's a family element. I think if you look at what he said, I think he's talked with his wife a lot about. He wants to see people. He wants to see friends. He wants to do all the stuff that you do outside of football. He's made his money. That's not an issue.
Yeah.
I genuinely do believe him when he says, and it is controversial him going to Red Bull. There's no doubt about it. I mean, he's tarnished his reputation in Germany with certain clubs. I think that's gone down like a lead balloon. But you listen to the way he talks about trying to improve coaches, trying to improve youth facilities, trying to bring lots of different clubs together in the network. I think there are things there that have really lit a fire, and I think he is quite excited about it.
And the game is poorer without him.
Yes.
There's no doubt about that. The game is poorer without him.
For sure. Yeah. Kev, you're a star, mate. Thank you.
Cheers, Kev.
Cheers, chaps.
All right, Tuesday, my boys, Spurs, they take on Atletico Madrid. It's live on talkSPORT, 8 p.m. Then Cundy's boys, Chelsea, they take on PSG over on talkSPORT 2 on Wednesday. That's at 8 p.m. We'll be taking calls after them games. But up next, we're going to take a look at the back pages.
Just like former players, on the TV pundits, radio pundits, they've been saying the same thing for weeks and months now.
Saying what?
That Arsenal is going to fail, Arsenal is winning ugly, Arsenal are a set pieces team.
Who are saying this? Who's saying they're going to fail?
Yeah, Gary Neville, Roy Keane, Carragher, all of them. Even some former Arsenal players. I just crossed the path, with Ray Parlour. Just came out and say, "Are you confident to stay?" No, I'm not.
Well, I'm confident, but I don't want to overshoot it, if you know what I mean. I know Piers Morgan said they're going to win it in March and this, that, whatever. I don't want to be saying things like that because I know how hard it is, and you could get a bad spell. But they're in a great position. And, you know, sometimes you can be overconfident, can't you?
Ray, what about the Brighton game? Brighton fans were going crazy about the time wasting. Did you see that or not?
Look, you do try and slow if you can, Al. I mean, we used to try and do it. If we're leading and whatever, you got to try and see games out. And the good thing about that game was that, you know, they wasn't very good. They was poor as a team, but they won the game, and that's what it comes down to. You don't analyse every single game when you finish the season with the trophy in your hands and say, well, but remember the Brighton game? We didn't play that well, did we? We got lucky there. You just embrace the moment and say, look, we're champions of England, and that's the most important thing. So you can try any sort of tactics if you're going to slow it down, but I think it's a little bit unfair that they're saying about the set plays and this sort of set plays is part of the game.
You're listening to the Sports Bar on talkSPORT. Me, Jamie O'Hara, Jason Cundy. We've got a midnight triv tonight. Help us out. Have a bit of fun. 03 717 22 33 But now it's time for this.
JC!
Back pages, Jack Cunningham.
See, Jack's not turned up again.
Yes.
He's not turned up.
No.
There's a pattern emerging there, JC.
There is a clear pattern.
There is a clear pattern, matey.
Yeah, if they beat Barca tomorrow, though, he'll be in, won't he?
Oh, 100%.
Well, if we beat
100%
Barca,
he'll be in.
I'll be having a few pints and then I'll be in. Yeah.
You're more than welcome.
Right, let's get straight into it, Jack. Some stories to go at. Abramovich to fight UK over 2.35 billion.
Yeah, so Abramovich released a statement. Abramovich's legal representative released a statement saying that the money that was frozen from the Chelsea sale is still his money, even though it is frozen. And basically, Keir Starmer had the idea of by March 17th this month, it would be donated to Ukrainian charities from the war in Ukraine. Now, Abramovich's legal team are saying that if that happens, they will face legal proceedings. It will go to court. They're not going to let that happen. Abramovich is intending to donate the money to charity as well, but it's what the thing is that they're working out it's either for Russians as well as Ukrainians. It's for the whole Russian and Ukraine war. Meanwhile, the UK government want to give it to just the Ukrainians. So it's 2.35 billion. Of course, it's from the Chelsea sale. That money, as I say, has been frozen since basically the sale happened and Abramovich was essentially forced to sell Chelsea. And then that money is now basically in a stuck position whereby, as I said, there was a deadline that was set. It's not going to hit that deadline. It feels like this is probably going to rumble on for quite some time because clearly there's a conflict of interest with both parties. Ultimately, it is Abramovich's money, and in the end of the day, I can't see how any other court would find it that it's not his money and let the government do what they want with it. So let's see.
Back page of the Eye. Eddie Howe rallies side before glamour targets Barcelona. The headline is: "Take the chance. You may never have it again."
Yeah, so I think this message from Eddie Howe is clear that he wants Newcastle's players to go out and recreate sort of a 1997 Tino Asprilla type moment whereby whoever it could be can write their name into the club's history. Of course, these players have already written themselves into the club's history with the Carabao Cup win, which was nearly a year ago now. But Eddie Howe actually said that this is the biggest game in the club's history because of the fact that Newcastle have never been this far in the Champions League. It is a two-legged tie against Barcelona with all of the glamour and the prestige that comes around with that. And one thing I'd say is I just don't want the team to be overawed because the way the Howe was talking about it today, where Lewis Hall was talking about it today, there was a sense that they maybe are slightly been a little bit too respectful to Barcelona. I want to see them come out and do what they did to PSG a few years ago, where it was full-on aggression from the start, and it was to show them no respect whatsoever. That's the only chance Newcastle are going to have, because player for player, we're not on the level of Barcelona. It needs to be aggressive. It needs to be in your face. It needs to be what Newcastle have been good at for so long under Eddie Howe. If it's anything else, I can't see us getting a result that we can take to the camp now, because that's what we need. We need to take a result to the camp now to have any chance of going through.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a massive game, that's for sure. Back page of the Times, no Rodri ban after ref rant.
Yeah, so Rodri's rant after the Tottenham game, Manchester City-Tottenham game, where Tottenham came back from 2-0 down to draw 2-2, when he basically referenced other decisions that have gone against Manchester City this season. And then the suggestion was that there was an idea of bias in what he said. So basically, he was warned by the FA. He admitted the charge, and they've handed him an £80,000 fine. Manchester City's defence, to make sure he didn't miss any games, relied on a few previous incidents of what's happened in this scenario where other players or managers have avoided bans. So it's just a fine for Rodri, which is important, of course, for them if they're going to win the Premier League title, because it seems like after his ACL, he's starting to get back to those good levels that we know he can reach.
All right. And what's on the talkSPORT website?
Absolutely insane story in Brazil. 23 red cards between Cruzeiro and Atletico Mineiro. It all happened near the end of the game when the goalkeeper from Cruzeiro shoved Atletico Mineiro player, and then I've never seen anything like it. It was absolutely insane. There was people fly kicking people. Yeah, there was players involved. Hulk, who, let's be honest, is a big lad. He's called Hulk. Yeah. He was involved as well. There's a video of him smashing someone in the back of the head with his fist, and then the police had to get involved. After the game, Hulk apologised, said that that's the worst violence he ever seen on a football pitch. I was like, yeah, you're involved in it, mate. Bloody hell. But
he did take a fly kick to the chest.
He did. No, he did, and he did take a fly kick to the chest, and then he responded with that. And basically, there's going to be some massive sanctions.
God.
Like, there's going to be
some of them.